You want to make sure that you have your spine erect without pulling up the muscles. It's really a mental process. Just think tall. Expand everywhere. That sets your condition. Expand from inside everywhere, 360 degrees, without trying to move your arms or hands anywhere. So your expansion is a feeling. It's not moving. When you've achieved that condition, which is what you should have when you perform the Sun Tao form, then your body is fully integrated. The idea is throughout the entire body. One training method to concentrate on in Chi Sao is, instead of feeling the point of contact, so if Ben pushes on me with his hand, instead of feeling the point of contact and dealing with this force here, I feel where that force would be resting in my body. If I can sufficiently settle or relax my structure by relaxing my joint and muscles, so as he pushes, I just relax, then I feel his force where it's going. It's going here, because that's where his force is going. So I don't stop it here, I just feel it in my body. Then I move that point in my body that I feel. So for instance, if he starts to push toward me, I just move that point. So he's going to feed me energy by taking either both hands or one hand or the other and trying to attack. And instead of thinking as he does that, oh, I need to do something here, even if it's rotating the joint, which is proper, to turn away force, I'm just going to sense where the force is going. It's more like geometry. I feel him pushing here, so the force is here. So I move that point. See? So he's going to feed me force, and I'm just going to try to move that point in my body and follow it up. See the effect it has on his structure by supporting his force in my body, and then by moving that point, his structure breaks. So we're just going to do that in a more free-flowing example. Ben will tell you, if asked, that I'm not fighting with him. When he's attacking me, I give away by moving that point in my body that he's pressing. I don't stand here and fight back, try to overcome his force. I just accept his force in my structure and move that point in me that he's attacking. Okay, thank you. Now, in addition to this, you can do the same thing, because it's really a mental process. You can imagine it, that he's touching me, and if there's any force, even the slightest force, it's not here, it's here. If he forces in a different direction, here. So I just move that point. His force is in a different direction, here. Am I right? Mm-hmm. Then I just move that point. Just take a couple steps back, thanks. The same mental process applies when you're at a distance, when you're not in contact already, which is what's going to happen in a typical situation. So for instance, if he comes to attack me, okay, then of course I intuit, I sense, I either through peripheral vision or just looking, see it, that this is the line of his attack. So if he was touching me, that line would be here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to move this point in myself. Now I can do that by pivoting, Chun Q. I can do it by stepping, moving my whole center around, also Chun Q. The moving body. So you can move any way you want, but you're moving this point. So again, when he comes to attack me, I'm just moving that point. When he comes to attack me, I move this point. Again, I move this point. So it's not, what's in my mind is not when he attacks me, what do I do with my hand? What do I do with my arm to block him, or even to turn away his force or to redirect? My only feeling and thought is, if I was touching him, I'd feel the force and be going here. So that's the part that I'm going to move. Really, I'm moving my whole self. So his attack can come and I can move this point over here. That attack can come and I can move this point over here. It's a way to deal with larger, stronger people, or anybody really, without pitting your strength and size against theirs. His strength is none of my business then. I don't have to be concerned with his strength because I'm not standing here trying to stop it. I'm just, it's coming here, I'm moving that point out of the way. As long as I can maintain my structure and the calmness of mind that it takes to move my center out of his way, then it's very effective. And that's something that comes with practice. So again, again, okay, again. Go back to some chi sao. Maintain your structure. It's this spine straight. Settle or relax within the structure. From inside, the idea of expanding everywhere. So when he applies force to me, he doesn't feel me pushing back, right? He just feels that my structure is strong and it supports his force. Is that correct? And then I can, by rotating a joint, I can turn his force out of the way, like that. So that's using the joints in rotation. Any joint, it's a matter of how you rotate it. So he might be pushing in like that. And as he does, I just rotate this joint. Or I rotate this one. If that's in Bong Sao again, I rotate. See how it disrupts his structure. If he can't stand, he can't fight. Again, he pushes in, I rotate this joint. Or I stay where I am and rotate my center, my spine, pivoting, Chun Q. So he gives me force, I'm supporting it, and I turning away his force. Again, he's attacking, turning away his force. You can use movement of the center as a whole by stepping, of course. He attacks, and I move myself as a whole. If I'm attacking him, I move myself as a whole. It's about what you're doing with your weight. My weight is everywhere because I'm settled and expanded. Wherever he touches me, my weight is already on him. So I move myself, I move my weight. It has that kind of an effect on him. Is that what you feel?
Yes.
Okay. So you can move your joints by rotating, and that's any joint or any joints in combination. You can move your center by pivoting, by stepping. You can do both. The more you move, the more effective it's going to be, the more effect it'll have on your opponent. So he attacks, I move my center and my joint. He attacks, I move my center and my joint. If I want to pull him, he pulls me, I pull him. I move my center and my joint. These are the principles you use in Chi Sao. To accept his force, to turn it away, to uproot him, and to attack. Thank you.